So I'm really troubled by that from the get-go. And let's hope that, and I know Chairman Kelly, Mike Kelly, the congressman from that part of Pennsylvania, is chairing that task force. I know he's going to work hard. Let's hope we get the truth from the people that they're investigating.
Yeah, I mean, I guess by December, few may know this, but we actually, the only people that were on site when we went and visited with Eli Crane and with Corey Mills was somebody who was working in conjunction with you and was there and investigating and was looking into it. And there seems to be such a lack of interest in the assassination of a president, a near live on-camera execution. And within 24 hours, it's whitewashed, and literally by the FBI, whitewashed off a roof. And the body's cremated. And it's really strange, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the big media. They talked about it for, like you say, a day or two, and then it's pretty much been swept aside because that doesn't fit the narrative they want to talk about. I mean, I always say that, and we saw this with Pelosi's comments yesterday attacking Republicans. There's a template that the left uses. The left will tell a lie. Big media will report the lie. Big tech will amplify the lie. And then when you tell the truth, they call you racist. And if you don't believe me, look what Pelosi did. Just recently, she said Republicans are racist and sexist and terrible. They always call you names. And then pretty soon we'll be proven right, whatever it is. But by that point, they're already on the next lie. And it's like, in this case, they at least told they covered it for a little bit.
Hey, everybody, this is Janine. And of course, I am using some software that will not allow me to show any major, social media stations. So I'm sticking with the YouTube of the Benny Show, and that's the way that we're going to go. I think that'll be the best thing. He's right now interviewing. He's wrapping up an interview right now with the congressman. So I just want to say hello, DH, hello, Colleen, and hello, Mary J. Jean. There's no hurricane coming this way, I think, until tomorrow night, but it's just a little drizzling where I'm at. It's after the I think it's right now the hurricane is at a level 2. Not bad, still not good, but it's always the after effect. Okay. Mary, are you down here also? Hi, you guys, running from the hurricane. So she must be in Louisiana, is what I'm guessing. All right, so let's see here. I don't know what this is, but anyways, so just wrapping that up. So I'm going to be switching back. Oh, she's in New Orleans. Yeah, she's going to get it. She's going to be safe, sending prayers and lots of love to you, Mary Jean G. I always get her name, I think, every fifth time I say it. But anybody in the New Orleans, Louisiana area, please stay safe. We'll get the effect of it if it makes more of an eastern turn, and that's what I'm believing here. So we've got about a half an hour before the dog and pony show, right? So you guys all have heard the rules. If not, I'll try to give them to you. So, there's no audience there. To me, it's probably going to be CGI'd in. Am I wearing my tinfoil hat? I don't think that, I'm that far off from saying that why don't they ever have an audience? They're going to be muting mics. Only one person can talk at a time. It's going to be 90 minutes. And will we get anything out of it? And that's what Benny is talking to these people here. Let me see if I go live. And they're talking about the shooting with the president. So he is covering a lot of that. And so protect our ducks and our kittens in Ohio, right? And I've got a show coming up with Buck on Saturday Night Live. Also, I've got this time and I've got you guys coming in here. And if you guys had played the trivia games with me, the pub trivia, I've got new sponsors. If any of you ever follow or ever heard of Brad Olson, well, let's see here. Let me just kind of stop sharing this. I'll go back to him in a minute when we get started. So Benny Hill Show is what I'm going to be viewing for this debate because this shitty ass piece of software that I use that's made by Google blocks me from going to like ABC, Hulu, whatever it might be. It just automatically puts up a black screen. I had that experience and I kind of jumped on board a little bit earlier, and I was able to see what the heck was going on here. So, anyways, so I've got a new sponsor. I've got two new sponsors. Somebody is going to be giving away a book worth $250. I'll give you more of those details. I think tomorrow night I'm doing a show with you guys. Also, Brad Olson is going to be giving away a signed book, and I'll tell you which one that is tomorrow night also. And I've got more people coming on, so stay tuned. Stay tuned to Turn the Page and stay with me. Please share, like, and subscribe. I don't know if it's going to do any good on YouTube unless I totally tear down my channel and start over from scratch, which I every day I say I'm going to do it, but I don't. I probably would name it, I don't know, something completely different. I think that the Turn the Page is probably at the end of its chapter here because of the censorship. I don't even know. Like right now, Benny's got over 2.4 million people on his channel. He's a hell of a lot better than I am, but he says everything that I say, and it's ridiculous that I am still blocked here. So this is what I'm actually going to be doing. Is I'm going to be sharing Benny's channel, and let's see here. I think it's, yeah. So he's talking a lot about
to your social media team. We bowed and we say thanks. We've been meeting this, and I want to give you an opportunity to close here since you were on the phone with President Trump, and since he obviously you're very close with him, and you give him a lot of advice. And I think it's incredibly sound advice. His vibes going into this debate. We're going to have the debate in 30 minutes. So the debate in 30 minutes. What's the president's mood, and your kind of your strategy for Trump to see him succeed?
Yeah,
what does success look like?
Yeah, I don't pretend to give any strategy. I was just trying to be encouraging to the president. I mean, think about what he's had to endure over the last several years, and it just, God bless the man and his family. I love what you played with his family and his grandkids. I mean, that's special. But I just tried to be encouraging. President Trump's a winner. He thinks like an athlete. He hates to lose. He knows how to win. I mean, I just said, go get him, Mr. President. Bring the diesel, and he is.
Okay, so that's pretty much what's going to be happening here. So Benny is doing his own show. He's very entertaining, and I'm going to wait until the show actually starts and get going here with you guys. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for being here. Hula Hoop, how was your birthday? And let's see here. What else do I have? So I have added a few more sponsors, and I'm so excited because I'm going out and I'm working hard for you guys. I really am. I'm like, I'm reaching out to various people and say, hey, you remember when I interviewed you for the last 5 years? Well, can you give something away to my people? So far, I'd have to say 90% of the people said yes. So I'm so excited about that. Oh, look, and I hit 18. 18 people are viewing. What do you know? So any case, that's what I have going tomorrow night. So you don't want to miss it. Hula Hoop. Thank you so much. If you guys don't know who Hula Hoop is, it's she's got that healing center in Atlanta, Georgia, and basically she has given away, I'm not even sure how many foot baths, but I just want to let you guys know, and I'm going to repeat this tomorrow night. She's not actually giving you a foot bath that you will receive in the mail, because somebody did send me an email thinking they were going to get a foot bath. So maybe I'm not saying it correctly, but it's a certificate you will get from Sweet Hula Hoop. Nana is her name, is right here. And if you are in the area, if you know somebody that's in the area, I think that if you have family members in the area, she will honor it. So I just wanted to let you guys know you physically don't get a foot bath. Let's see here. She's letting us know that her birthday was great, and you look fantastic. Let's see here. What is Mr. T in the animal pictures? So a lot of people are wanting to know about this animal thing, and I was asking the exact same thing this morning. And so there's stories out there that, and I think it's in my opinion, I don't believe it. So let's just throw it out on the table, and you guys tell me what you think. So the Haitians, if I'm saying this correctly, are the ones that came to the United States illegally, and they're looking for rummaging for food, and supposedly somebody out in Ohio, and that's why. If I go back, I don't know if I can go back on Benny's show here and show. Yeah, I can. I can. It's cool because I still have him live. Let me just show you this. These people were looking for food and they started eating neighbors' cats wherever it is that they're living, right? So that is just basically, I don't know what it is. If it's just a joke that kind of got loose. I followed X quite a bit, and they're all saying it's a joke, it's not real. But you guys believe whatever it is that you want to believe. You use your own discernment. And yeah, so there's more. There's more of Trump with cats and ducks and alligators and more. So there you guys go. Springfield, DH 1977, Springfield, Ohio, which is where this gentleman here, this congressman, is from. Are eating the animals. Springfield's a town of the Simpsons. So I think DH 1977 have given you guys a lot more information to chew on. So let me know what you guys think. Let's see here. Hula Hoop says, if I had a channel right now, I would call it Kiss My A, and I don't care about your feelings. Oh my God, you sound like my husband. He wanted to do it. He told me, name your channel, get off my front lawn, right? But I won't do that one. So let's see here. Colleen has got a statement, and I want to hear from you guys. What do you think? Are they eating these animals out there, these cute things? They do eat cats and dogs in their countries, just saying. I think that's more of the Chinese or China or yeah, because I worked with a lot of people when as I was consulting, and us Americans, we want to know, and we probably sound ignorant, and they do. There was one woman at my last company in Illinois who was Chinese, and she says, yeah, people do eat cats. And the dogs. Yes, they do. And whether or not they were doing it here, I have no idea. But that's what this is all about, if you guys are wondering. And so, yeah, so MAGA. And if you guys will take a look at my show, let's see what else he's got going here. That's pretty much it. And I think he's going to be talking a little bit more about Bud Light now. But as soon as yeah, they're basically talking about the tearing down of all these woke companies. They're gone. I guess they've really hurt themselves throughout this the shit show here. So yeah, so that's one of the things I did want to talk about with you guys. So let's see here. Just trying to see what else. It doesn't look like Jim Jordan, says Yorkie. You know what? I know something, Yorkie. I was thinking that too. I think that about a lot of the people, but to be honest with you, I think we've all are aging through this last 4 years so much. I truly do believe that, and we're all changing so much. And whether or not this was actually Jim Jordan, I don't know. I've never really. Can I go back any further? No, it's not going to let me go back. So I'm looking at the Benny show here. Okay. And I don't know. All that I know is that, I look at my pictures and when I first started and what I look like now, and I've aged. I've got the wrinkles. And so 4 or 5 years, and there's certain times of every birthday that we start to develop the wrinkles in the forehead, around the mouth, around the jaw, right? And so on and so forth. So we are all changing. What did he look like before? I have no idea. And it's not important. I just think that's more of a distraction at this point in time throughout this show here. So that's what I have right now. I'm going to be showing Benny's show because he's going to be showing the debate because of my I guess lack of software capabilities. I cannot just go straight to ABC. Besides that, I'm sure he's going to cut out all of the far left stuff. So that felt good to kind of work with him on this here. Let's see what else he's got going on. I'm just going to mute him for a second and just try to go live with him. And let's see, okay. So he is still interviewing other people. I didn't want to hear these other interviews, but that's what we have here. I'm just here for the debate and for you guys. Let's see who else. What other sponsors do I have? I had a whole PowerPoint. So let's see. Oops, I didn't want to show that. Let's see what else I have here. Um, yeah, so I have, American Education. I think I told you guys about that. I'm going to give away 52 videos to one person. They get to see one video. If you have children, I really want, or grandchildren, I really want you guys, if you don't know who American Education is, look him up. He's got some great information. Arcana Shores is going to be giving away a really cool deck of cards, not giving away, but really discounting her deck of cards on Saturday Night Live with Buck. And then I think there's another prize that will be coming 3 or 4 weeks later. Ascent Nutrition. I have been talking about them. I haven't given anything away there. So look for that in a couple of weeks. Brad Olson is giving away a signed book. Dee Fletcher is giving away a 30-minute reading, value of $60. And of course, Hyperbaric Center. I don't even know. Hula Hoop, can you tell us how many foot baths you have honored here? So, yeah, there you guys go. And so I just want to just say that all opinions expressed by the program participants are solely their current opinions and do not reflect the opinions of TTP, Turning the Pages with Janine, TTP Coast to Coast, and their respective parent companies or affiliates. I have to put that in there now. All right, so let's see here. Hula Hoop says, I was looking at a picture from before I stopped coloring my hair and I look younger. Yeah, I kind of made the change back, Hula Hoop. I just couldn't do it anymore. Yeah, so that's what I have. You guys got any questions, any other concerns? If please chime in. Also, I'm going to be interviewing Brad Olson on Friday. Friday, and it's going to be like really early, like 2:00 in the afternoon, because that's all the time he had, and he was going to be traveling, I guess, for the rest of the year. So he said, can you get me in on Friday? I said, you bet. So if anybody follows Brad Olson, author, he's basically a great writer. He produces books for so many people, a very talented man. And if you've read any of his books, please send me the questions ahead of time and I'll be able to ask him. I usually follow my guest and always ask for to channel the questions as they come to me. And he is just a great guy, all around guy. So that'll be exciting. That's my first interview with Brad in months. And me and Brad, we usually get together probably every 4 or 5 months. So there you go. So Hula Hoop is saying that she has given away 3 so far. The foot bath is valued at $50. Whoa, yeah, what a great gift. So this is a foot bath that you will be able to have done physically at her location, and she's not giving you a foot bath. Don't expect one in the mail. Hula Hoop, when you can send those in the mail, that's when we have gone into a whole new level. All right. So what we got here, about 15 minutes before the show starts here. And like I said, I'm going to be streaming it to Benny's show. And I hope you guys just stay with me. I'm not. Okay, I've got people. I was out there texting people going, "What the hell? I can't." StreamYard will stop me. And they did this the last time. I remember they did it, and it really upset me. So if you have Zoom or any of those other applications, they let you do it. But this is the world of Google. And not only that, Google is in the midst of, let's see here. I think they're going to court, if I could say it that way. And they are basically being accused of monopolizing the advertising world. And then finally I thought, well, it's about time. It is really about time, because at one point in time, you used to be able to jump in YouTube, and if you had a Mac email, you were able to use that ME. It would always end with ME. I still have one to this day because I used to use Mac quite a bit. And now they force you to, number one, use their email, and number two, always log in and change your emails and everything else. They monopolize everything, and they're connected to so many of the other companies. But where I'm actually going with this is that they are being accused, like Ma Bell was back in the whatever it was, the 70s, of monopolizing the telephone industry. They're being accused of the advertising, and in their defense, they're basically are saying, no, everybody has an option, and so they have 91% of the market. And if you don't like what they are offering, you can always, let's just see here. Yeah, let me do this.
Farm in the wild. Raise animals and harvest crops.
1 second, I'm going to actually play the video.
The Justice Department is taking on Google again in another high-profile monopoly case. The trial begins today in Virginia, and the DOJ is accusing the tech giant of abusing its power to create an online advertising monopoly. The feds say Google controls 91% of the market for advertisers. And Attorney General Merrick Garland announced the lawsuit in January of 2023.
For 15 years, Google has pursued a course of anti-competitive conduct that has allowed it to halt the rise of rival technologies, manipulate auction mechanics to insulate itself from competition, and force advertisers and publishers to use its tools.
A Google vice president posted this in a blog yesterday, and here's the quote. Jonathan Turley sitting by to watch this with me. In court, we will show that ad buyers and sellers have many options. And when they choose Google, they do so because our ad tech is simple, affordable, and effective. In short, it works. Jonathan Turley, constitutional law attorney, George Washington University.
Okay, so that's the story that I was trying to bring to you guys there. Let me close out of this and get back to Benny. It looks like he's still interviewing other people out there, and that's what we're going to be using. So I just wanted to say, hey, Yorkie out there is saying, I worked for Ma Bell 20 years and fired for not wearing a mask. Yeah, so welcome to the club, Yorkie, and we're so glad that you are here. You basically have a badge of honor as far as I'm concerned. Where we go one, we go all, right? And so I lost my job doing what I'm doing right now. So I think everybody has a story. If you have a story out there, if you were fired for whatever crazy ass reason that the far left, and this is the reason why I feel so strong about Trump, right? I feel so strong that we, the people, either lost our job or we didn't want to comply to something, and there you go. So if you guys have any stories out there, so many other people who are influencers out there have lost their job just for doing something that they love. I actually heard something. I was listening to it, an influencer, and they were basically, we all have these things that we don't like about ourselves, right? And if I could remember it word for word, we look into the mirror, right? And we look into the mirror and we say, I think I'm not tall enough, or I'm too short, or I'm too fat, or I'm not pretty enough, or I don't have what other people have. And somebody explained it that when you take a look at what you think, what you're lacking, those are your gifts to the world. That's what makes you unique. And so always keep that in mind and honor that to the T, right? All right. So it's not. So I'm going to be showing Benny here, and it looks like he's basically just showing one of the rallies right now. He's interviewing somebody down below. So if you get confused, that's what's going on out here. My software is actually stopping me from sharing it going direct to like ABC or Hulu or whatever it is. Somebody just had text me and said, why don't you try Newsmax? Might work. I don't want to try anything now because we're getting so close to it starting. Let's see here. We got Damian Cole that is out there saying, Loretta, hi, Janine, let's go Trump. Yes. And we have Colleen and we have Lori's out there. And let's see here. Great information. Level up. Great information. So we're getting real close to it. What are we, about 10 minutes away. Please put your comments, concern, laugh, jokes, whatever it is that you have, that you see, that you catch. Maybe it's a I don't know, but it's going to be, I think, entertaining. Let's see what else we have out here. Let's see what else we have out here. I think that's it. All right, I'm waiting for Benny to end his interview out there, and it looks like he's wrapping it up right now. And hello, Melinda Rose. How are you doing? I reached out to Melinda Rose because I'm always concerned about you guys. I think Kristen Lee did a reading for her, and it came true, and it supposedly all worked out for the best. And I was just following up. It was probably a month or so ago, if I recall, Melinda, and it all worked out good for her. I just wish everyone the best health right now. Please, everybody, take care of yourself. So let's catch what he's saying here now.
He's holding the light so that we can do the interview. You know what? It's fun. We're rowdy. We're having a good time. Roll in the chat, baby. We are less than 10 minutes away. Show me the live shot. Let's see it. Show me the live shot. We are less than 10 minutes away. This is live, kind of boring, right? You can see the press milling about, and we're gonna go, baby. We're gonna rock and roll. Commercial breaks. You know what you won't get with us? Commercial breaks. You know what you will get with us? Oh man, you look at memes, and somebody has a lot of memes being made in his honor right now. The great Dylan Mulvaney. I'm sorry. What was I thinking? What was it? The great Caitlin Collins. I'm sorry. Not Caitlin Collins. Oh my gosh. What was it? Guys, it's so rude. My apologies. The great Scott Pressler joins the show live. Scott, I would never call you Caitlin Collins live on air. Ever. Would never do it. And I apologize for doing it. This is what we're talking about here. Here's Scott saying this is not me with a photo of Caitlin Collins. And Scott, we're going to load up a bunch of other memes. You've been posting quite a few memes recently about your endeavors to register people to vote in the must-win state of Pennsylvania. And how's it going, man?
Oh, hey, Benny. Well, listen, I am at the Philly Expo Center right now. We've got hundreds of Pennsylvanians in the other room that are excited to see President Trump rock the debate tonight. And I tell you, that video you have of me up there, I look great in yellow, don't I?
All right, give me more Pressler memes. This joke's played out. We got better Pressler memes. You're at the convention center right now?
I'm at the Philly Expo Center. So we're in Montgomery County, Pennsylvania, just nearby.
Got it. Okay, is it rowdy? Is it fun? Is it like...
Okay, everybody, just to let you know, I am showing the Benny Show, but we're going to go live in how many more minutes we got here? About 6 minutes or so. And so he's interviewing various people to fill the time. And that's one of the reasons why I like him. Like you said, you're not going to see any commercials. You're going to be seeing this. You could stay with me, or you could, go straight to Benny Show. All of this is live right now. Thank you, Hula Hoop, for joining us. And God bless you, and good night. And see who else we have out here. So let's see here. So let me just finish this. I kind of cut him off. Let me go live.
Hey, let's do it. We're live, baby. We're live. There we go. Got the watch party in Pennsylvania, baby. Must-win state of Pennsylvania. The great Scott Pressler. Look at that. This is amazing. Scott, you're not famous in Pennsylvania. Like, everywhere you go, people have got to be like, I know you, man. I've already registered to vote. I got it. I've already registered to vote.
Sorry, say it one more time, Benny.
You must, every single person who's ever gone to like a Wawa or a Sheetz in Pennsylvania must know you by now.
A Wawa.
You know, the hair and the boots definitely make me stand out. But people come up to me, Benny, and they're just so thankful. They know that Pennsylvania wins the White House. They know that the work that we're doing here is consequential. And look, we're making it fun. You're talking about being rambunctious and rowdy, and that spirit is certainly here tonight. People are fired up to save the country we love. They are ready to take back peacefully our country.
So, is this actually you flying in this plane over the NFL game?
Yes.
Are you registered to vote at your current address?
I have to give a shout out to the person making all of these memes. I actually don't even know who it is, but their handle is the number 6, the letter H, and then cents. And that person has agreed on a new meme every single day that I can post for the next 50 seconds.
So we are less than 5 minutes away. I want to give you an opportunity to update us on Bucks County. I think this is a very recent. There's a very recent flip by you and your team.
Yes. So Benny, 4 years ago, the Democrats had more than 15,000 registered Democrats. As of today, that number is plus 1,400 Republicans. That is a flip of 16,400 to the right in a state that was decided by 80,000 votes. I want to make it clear to anyone listening right now, we have never.
Okay, I have never asked anybody this, but are you guys, if we have to get to this November 5th date, if I could see some thumbs up, are you guys going to get out and vote? I'm just wondering, because of, everybody has, been told different things, right? There's not going to be an election. There's going to be an election. If there is an election, I think Bob Perry last Saturday said it perfectly. He doesn't really care. It's to the point, if there is one, we have to, fight for our country no matter what you think is going to happen. If they're going to steal it, try to steal it, we'll just go along. I personally, here's my opinion on it. If they say get out and vote, I will go out and vote and watch them try to steal it, and then see what happens if we have to stand up and stuff like that. Right. So Colleen, thank you so much. She said, I always vote also. I think there was one election that I actually missed because I was late getting home from work. So I voted since I was 18 years old. I voted as many times as I can. Let's see who else we have out there. We have Kristen Lee is out there saying, let's go, let's go. Hey, Kristen, how you doing? Loris is out there saying thumbs up. Voting. Heather is out there. You guys give me your idea. Anybody on Rumble? There's not too many people out on Rumble. Voting on election day, definitely. Rhonda is saying, not sure. We don't have to register in North Dakota. You don't have to register. I wonder why. I don't understand that. Denise Baker is basically saying, I vote in every election, and so on. And if you guys all want to give a shout out to Kristen, please do so while she is here. We've got a couple more minutes before it actually starts. I think we've got 2 minutes. I'm going to go back to Benny. Says, I will be voting for Trumpito. Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. You guys, Kristen is saying, hello, everyone. And Kristen, just to let you know, if you don't know this, you have I have asked you to give away a gift, and that's going to be done on Saturday Night Live with Buck and myself. Just to give you a heads up, thank you so much. I appreciate the gifts that you're giving to my community. All right, so let's get back to seeing what Benny is saying over here.
The Democrat advantage from 900,020.
Okay.
We are here, baby. We are here. We are here. We are here. One of us. One of us. One of us.
All right, there you guys go. He ran to get his flag.
Real American beer. Got my American flag. I even got bourbon if we really gotta celebrate.
Oh, I have tea.
Time, baby. It's debate night. Let's do the stinger. Do the stinger. Let's go. All right, baby. Here we go. This is live. Time for the debate. Let's tune in.
And he needs to put that within reach again.
Harold, where she's had slippage is with independent voters, some Black voters, Latino voters. What does she do to get them back in her corner tonight?
Talk about the future.
1 minute.
Of how she will govern.
1 minute.
What we've seen over the last 3
Okay, Benny, I heard you, Ben.
Cares.
I got it, Benny.
Get better and make things better and contrast it with the guy sitting next to you. Laura, whatever.
People are making less money when you look at real median household income today than they
1
did
minute.
in December of 2019 before the pandemic. The story of this election is the economy.
Let's get it going. I got 8 o'clock. 9 o'clock.
Optimism is not what they want it to be. They want hope
Who's
for the
ready?
future, to Harold's point.
Michelle out on Rumble's got tea.
In the chat.
Got tea. What else you guys got? You got your
Get the
drink?
in the chat.
We should use as well.
Get your popcorn.
This is where I work
subject to a lot of criticism.
It is so exciting, as Kristen Lee is saying out there. I'm so excited. Do. I just can't hide it.
We're going to find out now. Here we go!
It is a face-off in Philadelphia. Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Trump about to take the debate stage at the National Constitution Center. It is a critical moment in this race for the White House, just 2 months before Election Day in America. Good evening, everybody. I'm Martha McCallum.
And I'm Brett Baer. The ABC News presidential debate begins in just moments. Thank you for watching here on Fox News. The performances tonight could really be the difference between winning and losing in November. Think how much has changed.
Oh, isn't this a guy that called it before we even hit the counts down? You know, I'm just saying. What do you guys think?
For the post-game analysis and reaction from the spin room, then Sean Hannity takes over at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. We're going to take you to Philadelphia now, and the entire debate right here on Fox, posted that.
Just to let everybody know, these donations you see on TV are not for me. They're for Benny. If you want to donate to me, please feel free to. But YouTube may not give it to me.
Vice President Kamala Harris and President Donald Trump are just moments away from taking the stage in this unprecedented race for president.
And I'm Lindsay Davis. Tonight's meeting could be the most consequential event of their campaigns, with Election Day now less than 2 months away. For Vice President Kamala Harris, this is her first debate since President Biden withdrew from the race on July 20th.
Does anybody else get real bored when they go into this news anchor people? Ugh.
Against President Donald Trump in June. Since then, this race has taken on an entirely new dynamic.
And that brings us to the rules of tonight's debate. 90 minutes with 2 commercial breaks. No topics or questions have been shared with the campaigns. The candidates will have 2 minutes rebuttals and 1 minute for follow-ups, clarifications, or responses. Their microphones will only be turned on when it's their turn to speak. No pre-written notes allowed. There is no audience here tonight in this hall at the National Constitution Center. This is an intimate setting for 2 candidates who have never met.
President Trump won the coin toss. He chose to deliver the final closing statement of the evening. Vice President Harris selected the podium to the right.
So let's now welcome the candidates to the stage. Vice President Kamala Harris and President Donald Trump.
Woo!
Kamala Harris. Second base. Thank you.
What? You both. It's wonderful to have you. It's an honor to have you both here tonight.
I don't know, Benny. I don't know.
Look forward to a spirited and thoughtful debate.
So let's get started. I want to begin tonight with the issue that voters repeatedly say is their number one issue, and that is the economy and the cost of living in this country. Vice President Harris, you and President Trump were elected 4 years ago, and your opponent on the stage here tonight often asks his supporters, are you better off than you were 4 years ago? When it comes to the economy, do you believe Americans are better off than they were 4 years ago?
So I was raised as a middle-class kid.
She's
and
drunk.
I am actually the only person
Drunk.
on this stage who has a plan that is about lifting up the middle class and working people of America. I believe in the ambition, the aspirations, the dreams of the American people. And that is why I imagine and have actually a plan to build what I call an opportunity economy. Because here's the thing. We know that we have a shortage of homes and housing. And the cost of housing is too expensive for far too many people. We know that young families need support to raise their children, and I intend on extending a tax cut for those families of $6,000, which is the largest child tax credit that we have given in a long time, so that those young families can
As
afford
Buck
to
would
buy
say,
a crib,
bullshit.
clothes for their children. My passion, one of them, is small businesses. My mother raised my sister and me, but there was a woman who helped raise us. We call her our second mother. She was a small business owner. I love our small businesses. My plan is to give a $50,000
D22 is in the house.
to start up small businesses, knowing they are part of the backbone of America's economy. My opponent, on the other hand, his plan is to do what he has done before, which is to provide a tax cut for billionaires and big
D22?
corporations, which will result in
D22 says the CGI is bullshit.
$5 trillion to America's deficit. My opponent has a tax on everyday goods that you rely on to get through the month. Economists have said that Trump sales tax would actually result for middle class
This is a different Trump. Anyone else agree?
families in about $4,000 more a year because of his policies and his ideas about what should be the back.
I really don't care what she's saying because none of it makes any sense. It's, if you guys want to hear her whole thing, please let me know.
Of middle class people paying for tax.
5 years pay us back for all that we've done for the world. And the tariff will be substantial in some cases. I took in billions and billions of dollars, as you know, from China. In fact, they never took the tariff off because there was so much money they can't. They would totally destroy everything that they've set out to do. They're taking in billions of dollars from China and other places. They've left the tariffs on. When I had it, I had tariffs, and yet I had no inflation. Look, we've had a terrible economy because inflation has, which is really known as a country buster. It breaks up countries. We have inflation like very few people have ever seen before, probably the worst in our nation's history. We were at 21%, but that's being generous because many things are 50, 60, 70, and 80% higher than they.
Can you guys tell that it's CGI? If you can, let me know. What's the first clue?
A disaster for people, for the middle class, but for every class. On top of that, we have millions of people, prisons and jails from mental institutions and insane asylums, and they're coming in and they're taking jobs that are occupied right now by African Americans and Hispanics, and also unions. Unions are going to be affected very soon. And you see what's happening. You see what's happening with towns throughout the United States. You look at Springfield, Ohio. You look at Aurora in Colorado. They are taking over the towns. They're taking over buildings. They're going in violently. These are the people that she and Biden led into our country, and they're destroying our country. They're dangerous. They're at the highest level of criminality.
She's giving them the look. She's giving them the look. What?
And we have to get them out. We have to get them out fast.
We're going to get to immigration and border security during this debate, but I would like to look.
Boy, this guy is really aged. I have not seen him on television for 5 years. And boy, it's taking a toll on him.
Let Vice President Harris respond on the economy here.
Well, I would love to. Trump left us the worst public health epidemic in a century. Donald Trump left us the worst attack on our democracy since the Civil War. And
Civil War. She was there.
Trump's mess. What we have done and what I intend to do is build on what we know are the aspirations and the hopes of the American people. But I'm going to tell you all in this debate tonight, you're going to hear from the same old tired playbook, a bunch of lies, grievances, and name calling. What you're going to hear tonight is a detailed.
Okay, what I'm thinking is he's not responding to what she is saying. And I think these were recorded in 2 different times. Anybody else? Anybody else?
And dangerous plan called Project 2025 that understands the importance of bringing us together, knowing we have so much more in common than what separates us. And I pledge to you to be a president for all Americans.
President Trump will give you a minute here to respond.
Number one, I have nothing to do, as you know, and as she knows better than anyone, I have nothing to do with Project 2025. That's out there. I haven't read it. I don't want to read it purposely. I'm not going to read it. This was a group of people that got together. They came up with some ideas, I guess some good, some bad, but it makes no difference. I have nothing to do. Everybody knows I'm an open book. Everybody knows what I'm going to do. Cut taxes very substantially and create a great economy like I did before. We had the greatest economy. We got hit with a pandemic. And the pandemic was...
Okay, so Dantese D22 is in the house. He says, Anchor Baby Kamala Camel Toe Heels Up Harris will be replaced before November. Why? How's this going to play out? D22, just give me a little bit more of what you think is going to happen. What are people saying? How is the switch going to happen?
Not since the pandemic, but the only jobs they got were bounce back jobs. These were jobs bounced back, and it bounced back and it went to their benefit, but I was the one that created them. They know it, and so does everybody else.
Vice President Harris, I'll let you respond.
So Donald Trump has no plan for you. And when you look at his economic plan, it's all about tax breaks for the richest people. I am offering what I describe as an opportunity economy, and the best economists in our country.
Yeah, you're right, Dantese. She's not an American-born citizen. She can't be president no matter what. And, That's a great trump card to be played here at this point. Yeah. And then you happen to also mention about another executive order that a lot of people have been talking about out on X too. I'll see if I can look that one up and let's see here. I have a hard time. DJ says I have a hard time watching the debates. Low vibrational. I trust Trump and the plan. And somebody else said that Trump looks a little bit different. I think it's manifesting Marion, if I've said a name right. These people are delusional, so hard to watch. Yeah, they're just liars all the time, right? He had zero war, dumb biatch. Oh, I don't know what she's saying there, but
Our relative plans for the future.
Just think my plan is a brilliant plan. It's a great plan. It's a plan that's going to bring up our worth, our value as a country. It's going to make people want to be able to go and work.
So yeah, so Dantese 22 is saying this. Since this is just part of the movie, he doesn't pay any attention. Why give it any energy? Why have it, pull energy from you? It's like they're all saying tonight. It's all low vibrational shit. So he says, I don't pay attention to none of this shit. I just accumulate the wealth and lay in the cut. So Shabby out there is saying blah 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 blah. That's exactly what I say. I'm surprised I'm even listening to as much as I am. My armor is too strong to be pierced, says D22. And I'm just kind of waiting to see what Benny's reactions are here.
Jobs and create a lot of good, solid.
It's essentially a national sale that's coming into this country. As you know, many economists say that with tariffs at that level, costs are then passed on to the consumer. Vice President Harris has argued it'll mean higher prices on gas.
You know what I'm waiting for is for her to do something really stupid, really stupid, so that if Dantese is saying that she'll be gone anyways, they're going to wait for her to screw up, right? D22, they'll wait for her to do something really stupid here. And then, maybe more stuff will come out this coming week. Heavy stuff I think is going to come out on her.
Food, clothing, medication, arguing it costs the
George, I was the only president ever.
I was the only president. I've heard all this stuff a million times. None of it changes with them. So DJ is saying, yes, lies. And some people still vote for them. They will install whomever, but not this year. So our light will win. Definitely. Let's see here. Sorry, but I really would like to bitch slap this thing on TV. We have Michelle out on Rumble and is saying, boy, I really just want to bitch slap this thing out on this TV here. That is too funny. That is actually just too funny. I mean, I feel the same way. Sometimes I give them 2 minutes of my time, if that, and I go, that's 2 minutes I'll never get back. Right? Lori's is basically saying a new episode of Twilight Zone. Let's see where we at here. And I don't think that they're
keep a number of the Trump tariffs in place. So how do you respond?
But see, you guys, these guys are on major network news, right? Mainstream media. You know how many people? I don't know how many people are queued in here. I don't know what they said, but everybody is really watching this stuff. And you guys are saying, yeah, it's a waste of my time. We know there's so many different avenues to get her out of the position of moving in. But it's got to be played out. And, when they take these people so serious that they're watching here, as we wear our tinfoil hats, right?
Well, let's be clear that the Trump administration resulted on the details of what that requires, focusing on relationships with our allies, focusing on investing in American-based technology so that we win the race on AI, on quantum computing, focusing on what we need to do to support America's workforce so that we don't end up having on the short end of the stick in terms of workers' rights.
It's kind of like they brought in the Trump clone or the actor and just said, just stand there. You don't have to do anything. Sleep with your eyes open and just let her yabba.
But what Donald Trump, he was responsible for lacking and not giving us transparency about the origins of COVID.
President Trump will let you respond.
Of COVID.
The chips from Taiwan. We hardly make chips anymore because of philosophies like they have and policies like they have.
Yeah, so what we all know in our own hearts and our own minds and our own vision of the real world that we want to live in is we're going to bring back the jobs back to United States, bring back every job that has been outsourced. And let me tell you guys this, I'm the first one to tell you that my job as a programmer is I had to train all of the people coming in from other countries. They understood technology. Technology is like an unspoken language worldwide. You've got the Googles out there. They've embedded this technology in everybody's language. But the one thing that they didn't understand, that they didn't know, is that when they bring in all these cheap labor people and outsource our jobs to them, that they were coming into a country that they didn't understand how we did business. And I had struggled so many times with trying to understand, okay, now I'm going to have to train these guys. First of all, they didn't all speak English. They had one guy that spoke English and talked to the rest of the group. How we did manufacturing, distribution, sales, all those different things that we were implementing into our software here in the United States. They didn't understand the business rules. They do now. They're all educated.
That she believed 3 years ago and
proud to be the most pro-life president in American history. Then last month, you said that your administration would be great for women and their reproductive rights. In your home state of Florida, you surprised many with regard to your 6-week abortion ban, because you initially had said that it was too short. And you said, quote, I'm going to be voting that we need more than 6 weeks. But then the very next day, you reversed course and said you would vote to support the 6-week ban. Vice President Harris says that women shouldn't trust you on the issue of abortion because
it's just blah, 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 blah. All right, you guys. So what are you thinking so far? Put your thoughts in here out on Rumble too. I don't know if you guys are watching it out on Rumble someplace. What do you guys think? I know it's just another milestone that we have to go through, but we're going through it. I thought I'd come here and share this, this with you guys and just see what your thoughts on all this. It is boring, right? We're into this, what? 17 minutes. 17 minutes. It's 8:17 p.m., 9:17 where you live, and we're already bored with it. What else can I do? Should I start tap dancing? What's Benny doing?
you've changed.
All right. Benny is just going to let it roll. Well, I tell you, he's raking in the money here tonight. Oh.
what I did is something for 52 years. They've been trying to get Roe v. Wade into the states. And through the genius and heart and strength of 6 Supreme Court justices, we were able to do that. Now, I believe in the exceptions for rape, incest, and life of the mother. I believe strongly.
We've heard all this time. It's been 4 plus 4 years of knowing. We know Trump, and the thing is all the people that are really paying attention, do they hate him just because of how he looks, what he says, his persona, his demeanor, all that stuff? And they just want to vote for her because she is a woman of color and brain dead. Have the people of America gotten to that point that sometimes they're fighting for principle, and sometimes the principle doesn't mean a damn thing. If there's no facts and truth to base the principle on, which she does not have anything, I don't even think she's ever told anyone what she's actually going to do, what her plan is, but she sure wants to know and shoot holes into his. So whatever, I'm kind of done with all that. Let's see what else we have here. What do you guys think? If anybody out on Rumble Land wants to put your thoughts out there, please do. How's everyone doing? If you want to talk about something else, we can move to that also. But let's see here. They're supposed to go 90 minutes on this. 90 minutes. Holy cow. Let's see.
For a doctor or nurse to provide health care in one state.
Yeah, so you can see that people are basically all making their comments on Benny's show there. She sold us out. The last 10 administrations sold us out. It's not just the Obamas. Obamas were supposed to be the ones to put the nail in the coffin. Seriously. And after they did that, they were supposed to bring in Hillary, and then that was going to be the end of humanity, as far as I'm concerned. What do you guys think about? I have a disdain for I can't say that. But you guys can read the screen here what D22 is saying. So D22, I want to go back up and I'm actually going to, what was that executive order that you were talking about? Because I know I saw that out here. I think it was like 138. I'm going to try to find it here. In the meantime, if you guys want to put your comments out there. Yeah, I see X is really showing it like crazy here. Yeah. Let me just move this over here. Let's just take a look at some of the things that are in X. And this is a meme out here. It says, oops, I just kind of lost it there. It says, I'm debating a hobbit. Apparently these are really small. So that's like a Blue's Clue here for you guys. Just wanted to let you know that there's a Blue's Clue out here for us out on X. What executive order was it? Where did Dantese come in? Maybe he can re-put it out there. Dantese, what was that executive order? Yeah, it was right before he says she gets replaced. I see where he's talking about. Anybody else know about the, did you guys see where, oh, here it is. Executive Order 13818. I was good. I just missing the 18. The greatest executive order of all time, bar none. All right, we're gonna test you guys trivia time. What is Executive Order 13818? And I'll put their scary faces up there. It's Halloween. Who are you going to dress up for as Halloween? Which one, left or right, red or blue? All right, let's see what we got going on here. So let me move this back over. All right, so this is what D22 is saying. Fear is real. Executive Order 138. Oh, this is 48. This is not 18. Applies to those involved with the election fraud. So there's two executive orders, D22. And then the 13818 applies to those involved with the human and the traffic violations. And that's about as far as I'll go with it. Look at the screen and tell me what you guys think. Let's see here. Democratic Party encourages victimhood mentality, and I'm not a victim. Amen to that. None of us are victims. I hate the victim mentality more than anything in this world. That's my number one pet peeve. Maybe when I was younger, I don't know if I ever did, but I can spot somebody that's going to go into a victim mentality. And that is part of the brainwashing. It truly is. I don't know where it came from, but if you see that you have signs of that, stop it, because now you were somewhere along the line MK'd Ultra. None of us came into this life with that victim mentality. Thank you, D22. All right, so this is basically what he is saying to us right here. Yes, imposing certain sanctions in the event of a foreign interference in the United States election is the 848. And the other one is blocking the property of a person involved in serious human rights abuse or corruption. Boom, boom, boom. All right, let's see what else we have out there. If you guys want me to go back and just see what they're talking about here.
It provides prison for life. Trump and dream.
I'm trying to bring it up. Those aren't even Trump's eyes.
Jobs,
do you guys just see that?
Barely afford childcare as it is, have to travel to another state to get on a plane sitting next to strangers to go and get the health care she needs. Barely can afford to do.
He's not even looking at her. He won't even look at her.
It is unconscionable. And the people of America have not, the majority of Americans believe in
So this is how I'm seeing this. Now, stay with me and with you guys. Okay, so this is happening at two different times. She's going into her skit. He's going into his like, I'm just gonna stand here and act like I'm hearing her, but I really don't give a shit what she is saying. You know, he just looks like he's bored out of his brain, and he's not even looking at her the whole time. So are they even together? D22 says CGI at its best. What do you guys think? Come on, I want to see what you guys are saying.
Woman's right to make decisions.
Negative decision on IVF from the Alabama courts. I saw the people of Alabama and the legislature 2 days later voted it in. I've been a leader on it. They know that, and everybody else knows it. I have been a leader on fertilization, IVF. And the other thing, you should ask, will she allow abortion in the 8th month, 9th month, 7th month?
Come on.
Okay, would you do that? Why don't you ask her that question?
Why don't you
That's
answer the
problem.
question? Would you
Because
veto?
under Roe v.
Answer
Wade,
the question. Would you veto?
you could do abortions.
Oh
in the
my
7th
God.
month, the 8th month, the 9th month, and probably after birth. Just look at the former governor of Virginia. The governor of Virginia said we put the baby aside and then we determine what we want to do with the baby.
President Trump, thank you.
We're going to turn now to immigration and border security. We know it's an issue that's important to Republicans.
Woo, here we go now.
Across the board in this country. Vice President Harris, you were tasked by President Biden with getting to the root causes of migration from Central America. We know that illegal border crossings reached a record high in the Biden administration. This past June, President Biden imposed tough new asylum restrictions. We know the numbers since then have dropped significantly. But my question to you tonight is, why did the administration wait until 6 months before the election to act? And would you have done anything differently from President Biden on this?
So I'm the only person on this stage who has prosecuted transnational criminal organizations for the trafficking of guns, drugs, and human beings. And let me say that the United States Congress, including some of the most conservative members of the United States Senate, came up with a border security bill, which
Yeah, blah, 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 blah. D22 says, I told you DJT is chilling in the mountains in Cheyenne Mountains watching one of his doubles. Why is he there? I mean, that sounds silly to me. Every time I hear it, I never repeat it because I don't know. I have never had proof. I don't know the receipts are for that. But why is he there? I know that your first response is going to, because they're going to kill him. They want to take him out. He's got to hide somewhere. Yeah. Let's see here. Thought the mics were off in between. They were supposed to have been Rhonda. I don't know what they're doing.
And that bill would have, he'd prefer to run on a problem instead of fixing a problem. And understand, this comes at a time where the people of our country actually need a leader who engages in solutions, who actually addresses the problems at hand. But what we have in the former president is someone who would prefer to run on a problem instead of fixing a problem.
All right. So if you guys are listening or watching these comments back behind on Benny's show, there's a lot of people that truly believe what she is saying, and she's getting really flustered and they're buying into it. And people on my channel just are kind of going through the motions.
And I'll tell you something, he's going to talk about immigration a lot tonight, at least early, out of exhaustion and boredom. And I will tell you, the one thing you will not hear him talk about is you. You will not hear him talk about your needs, your dreams, and your desires. And I'll tell you, I believe you deserve a president who actually puts you first. And I pledge to you that I will.
Vice President Harris, thank you. President Trump, on that point, I want to get your response.
Well, I would like to respond.
Let me just ask, though, why did you try to kill that bill, and successfully so? That would have put thousands of additional agents and officers on the board.
First, let me respond as to the rallies. She said people start leaving. People don't go to her rallies. There's no.
All right, we heard this over and over again, but whoop, I don't know what happened there. Colleen is basically saying, and I asked a question. D22 says that here, I'm going to go back and says that he's chilling in the mountains. And I said, why are people saying this? You know, I'm just playing like anybody else that the first time that is waking up here. I'm just kind of playing into this. And Colleen has got a statement out there and says he's got a job to do and can't afford to spend all of his time dodging assassination attempts. That's exactly what I had said earlier. D22 is saying this is a distraction from what you should really be focusing on. I don't get distracted or thrown off course. where we should be, okay, this is interesting. This is a really good thing, and we should be focusing on what. I'm going to ask everybody out there, even on Rumble. You guys just tell me, what should we be focusing on? And every individual is going to be something different. Obviously, this is a huge distraction. Thank you, D22. But I'm one of the reasons why I watch this, because I want to see where the level of consciousness is at. Like I've got Benny's show there, and people are out there paying him money. And one guy is saying right here, if I remove it, it says, I paid what I can afford to pay $10. So to see this, to help your friends vote for Trump. So people are paying Benny. Did I say Benny Hill? Benny Johnson, to see this show, which there it is. There it is. I paid what I can afford to pay $10. So you see this and help your friends vote pound Trump. All right, so this is interesting. Nobody has to pay anybody to do anything. Our freedom is free. Supposedly it was free. There's so much that people have to learn out there, and so that's one of the reason
to go.
I am watching this, is to be able to see these comments here. Fake mainstream media. Everybody's got a real good idea. I'm here just kind of watching what people are thinking, right? She reminds me of my ex. She's totally trying to bait him into an angry by lying about him. She's a disgrace. A lot of passion, a lot of emotion. What? Okay, word salad. Commie Trump is God's man. Jezebel. The name calling. It's all name calling, right? All right, let's see what D22 has. He's got one more statement out there. Thank you for being here, my co-host D22. A wise man leaves his children's an inheritance. And yeah, and that is a good thing. No matter what you have to have something to leave your children, right? Or anyone that you consider family. Let's put it that way. People are saying she's loathsome. It's just all name calling. It's low energy, like D22 says. But I want to know from you guys, what should we be focusing on, right? There's no audience here, but Benny earlier was showing, it's very dark. It's very dark. CGI is good for blue screens. This is all Hollywood. This is Hollywood. Anybody that watches, what are they going to walk away with? They're going to walk away feeling frustrated. Nobody's going to get any newer information out of Trump. If you follow Trump, it's going to be the same thing. And if you follow Harris, everybody's going to be able to just name calling her, right? That's crazy. But DJ is saying Ascension. Trump says it in a decodes. So. People talk about dimensions all the time, but then there's the ascensions. And, that's what we are all working on right now, is being the best version of ourselves, being conscious of what it is that we say and do. I got an email from Brad Olson today confirming that he'll come onto the show. And at the bottom of his email, I just want to take a minute here to find it and see what he says. There we go. So Brad, if you guys don't know, Brad is going to give away a signed book of one of his books there. I'll give you a sneak peek. The book is Future Esoteric, the Unseen Realms. If you guys haven't gotten that copy, stay tuned when I do the giveaway and the trivia. There's no more bingo. There's only trivia. So DJ is correct. I'm trying to find what Brad wrote here to me. Boop, 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 boop. And it was at the bottom of his email, and I just loved it. It was I've got to open up my. Let's go to this email system. Bread. Come on, bread. I have 4 emails, and that's why I always have trouble finding it, because I've got to make sure that I'm pulling in the right one. So I've got to always tap dance here. All right. Anything else, you guys? I'm just still waiting for you guys to tell me what should we be focusing on. If this is a distraction, what should we be focusing on right at this time? And I'm just trying to get a feel for the level of consciousness of you guys out there. DJ is the one that says ascension. Damn, I hate this. Well, I hate this. All right, let's see what we get. Hope it doesn't open up on the other screen. Nope. All right. Anybody else have anything else? If this all this stuff is all a distraction, what should we be focusing on here? All right, here we go. See, I had to open up my email. So Brad writes, he has this as like almost like his signature. Watch your thoughts, for they become words. Interesting. Watch your words, for they become actions. Watch your actions, for they become habits. Watch your habits, for they become character. Watch your character, for they become your destiny. Isn't that beautiful? I'm just going to grab that and put it in the chat. Yeah, that came from Brad when he replied to me today. And let's see here. I'm going to put it out on YouTube and also Rumble. If anybody wants that, it's or it becomes your destiny. Okay. So it kind of continued here. It got cut off. There's only so much I could put in there, but this is it. So watch your thoughts, for they become your words. Watch your words, for they become your action. Watch your actions, for they become your habits. Watch your habits, for they become character. Watch your character, or it becomes your destiny. It got put over onto a second page here. So there you guys go. And DJ is saying, love, gratitude, in a beautiful new earth. God's conscious is coming to us. We are creators in our words and thoughts, or would give us attention to what is created. That is beautiful, DJ. DJ, I'm going to invite you again. Come on to my show. You don't have to have the camera on. Love to hear people like you. Or we could just have a conversation and just talk about stuff, spiritual stuff. I also have some other shows coming up. Gene Decode is coming back to turn the page. It won't be for another 3 weeks or so. I don't know if I made that announcement to you guys, but Gene Decode will be back. I think it's October 2nd, and we're gonna see where it goes with this, you guys. Yeah. See, who else do I have coming up here? I have everything posted out on YouTube if you want to see it. Even though it's posted out there, doesn't mean it's going to air there. It's just to let you know. The day of the show, I probably will put the link so you can jump over. As I do all my other shows, I just basically tell you, come on over to Rumble when we're ready to really talk, really heavy stuff that we could talk about that we can't do on this platform here. Let's see who else. So I got Brad coming on Friday. I got Gene coming on the 2nd. I have let's see here. I believe I'm booking something with Anne LaFleur coming up real soon. She just has to confirm the time and date, so that's more stuff for you. And let's see, what else do I have? A Saturday Night Live with Buckshot. We're going to be giving away some more products for you guys. And maybe we'll do more trivia for you guys. And I think that's about it. Anything else you guys want to talk about, please put it in the comments, and I appreciate you being here. You know what, Dantese, I have been looking for him. Is he still around? And the reason why I say that is I've gone out to Rumble and I try to watch their shows. What's the name of it? Something, Truth Seekers, right? And I never see him on there. Is he still out there talking? I have no idea. I have not been able to see him. All right, let's see here. Just to answer your question there, I wanted to get caught up with people I've kind of I went into my own little world of Janine and basically just tried to get my footing about everything that's been going on. I'm basically weeding out stuff, right? And I appreciate everybody that's come onto my channel. We're all changed. We're not the same. And like I said, I got Brad, Gene Decode coming back. If Mike Penny is still around, I'd like to have a conversation with him before committed to it. I haven't watched Truth Seekers in a while. Yeah, because I haven't seen him on there. I think he's got other people running his channel now. Who's that other guy that he always had as his co-host? I think is running it. But I could always like try to do. Do people care? Do you guys care about Mike Penny? I'll maybe put a poll out there. If a lot of people have just moved on from this time right now. What else do we have out here? I think that's about it. Sheepdog, thank you so much. Yes, Sheepdog is, I think, running his new channel now. All right, I've always liked Sheepdog. I've seen actually, you know how they always cover their faces, you can't see who they are. I went on one of their show one time, and they honor you by allowing you to see who you were actually talking to, and it's very quick. And you got to catch it, and that's how I got to see what Sheepdog looked like. Otherwise, then it went back up to their photo. And I don't know why that is, that these people don't want to be seen, but that's the way it goes. All right, so that's about all that I have. We're coming up on 45 minutes of this shit show. Let me just see what's going on here.
There is a president who actually brings values and a perspective that is about lifting people up.
Oh my
and
God.
not beating people down and name calling. The true measure of the leader is the leader who actually understands that strength is not in beating people down, it's in lifting people up. I
see where she's going with this, her whole persona here. You guys getting it?
intend to be that president.
President Trump,
Well, first of all, I wasn't given $400 million. I wish I was. My father was a Brooklyn builder, Brooklyn, Queens, and a great father, and I learned a lot from him. But I was given a fraction of that, a tiny fraction, and I built it into many, many billions of dollars, many, many billions. And when people see it, they are even surprised. So we don't have to talk about that. Fracking, she's been against it for 12 years. Defund the police, she's been against that forever. She gave all that stuff up very wrongly, very horribly, and everybody's laughing at it, okay? They're all laughing at it. She gave up at least 12 and probably 14 or 15 different policies. Like, she was big on defund the police. In Minnesota, she went out, wait a minute, I'm talking now, if you don't mind, please.
Shut your mouth.
Does that sound familiar? She went out.
That's what she did to Pence.
Minnesota, and wanted to let criminals that killed people, that burned down Minneapolis, she went out and raised money to get them out of jail. She did things that nobody would ever think of. Now she wants to do transgender operations on illegal aliens that are in prison. This is a radical left liberal that would do this. She wants to confiscate your guns, and she will never allow fracking in Pennsylvania. If she won the election, fracking in Pennsylvania will end on day one. Just to finish one thing, so important in my opinion.
This is kind of like what they could have taken a script from one of his other rallies and just put him in there. It's redundant. It's the exact same thing over and over again. I'm not against Trump. He hasn't said anything different for the last 4 years, and he's basically repeating himself because we have not been given fairness from the government at all. We need smaller government. We don't need a top-heavy government at all. My wish is for a lot of it just to go away. I'm not sure about you guys, but in where I'm living, I'm seeing a lot of changing of the guards. Old people, sheriffs have been around for a while are out. New ones are coming in. They're just swapping them left and right. So if you guys paying attention to who's running your county, your district, who's the government, who's the governor, that type of thing. All right, so yeah, so that's the same old stuff. I'm probably going to stay on here maybe about another 15 minutes. If you guys have anything that you want to share with me, yeah, I think it's wrapping up anyways.
So I got the oil business going.
The Oval Office. You did send out tweets, but it was more than 2 hours before you sent out that video message telling your supporters to go home. Is there anything you regret about what you did on that day?
Oh, come
You just
on.
said a thing that isn't covered. Peacefully and patriotically, I said during my speech, not later on. Peacefully and patriotically. And nobody on the other side was killed. Ashley Babbitt was shot by an out-of-control police officer.
All right, I think I'm done listening to this. My ears can't take it anymore. They hurt. Ow, ow. All right, how about you guys? I think a lot of people are just chiming in here just to see this shit show. I'm gonna look.
That should have been. I asked.
I'm lowering the volume on this.
Pouring into our country and killing people. That she allowed to pour in. She was the border czar. Remember that. She was the border czar. She doesn't want to be called the border czar because she's embarrassed by the border. In fact, she said at the beginning, "Oh, I'm surprised you're not talking about the border yet."
Yeah, so blah 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 blah. Same shit. Oh my God, they're brainwashing us. Trump is brainwashing us. All right, so who are the debates even for? I can't see anyone who thinks Harris is a presidential material changing her mind. Yeah, she's very much a chameleon. Kamala chameleon. She'll change every which way the wind blows, and she does it for the benefit of I don't know who her handlers are, right? All right, so there's no movement out on Rumble right now. It looks like a lot of people have jumped off of YouTube here. Dantese, thanks for staying with me.
Because she knows what a bad job they've done. What about those? I said, I think it's going to be big. I went to Nancy Pelosi and the mayor of Washington, D.C., and the mayor put it back in writing, as you know. I said, this is going to be a very big rally or whatever you want to call it. And again, it wasn't done by me. It was done by others. I said, I'd like to give you 10,000 National Guard or soldiers.
Okay, so if you guys want to catch us, you guys can just jump over to Benny Johnson. I don't have anything else here for you guys. Just wanted to kind of jump on and share this with you. It was fun at the beginning. This is boring. I don't know about you guys. Let me know what your thoughts are. This is like it's like watching paint dry. Yeah. So there you guys go. I really can't stand. Look at the evil eye that she's giving the green screen. All right, let's see here. Law. Hey, Law is out there and is saying, what do you think the purpose of repeating it over and over? It's brainwashing. It's MK Ultra. It's like to undo what has been done, change the programming in the mind, Law. What do you think? What do you guys think out there? Let's see. DJ says things are going to be beautiful soon. I can't wait for the movie to end, but not all are awake. Are they supposed to be awake? Seriously, I don't know if they are supposed to be awake at this point. I'm I'm at the point right now where I'm just thinking they had to get us, the level of consciousness right. There's different levels for different people. Everybody came in at this particular time to be here to witness this, I don't know what's God's plan is. That's just something between myself and God and yourself and God, right? And you just kind of all have to, go within. And I asked a question earlier, if these are all distractions here, it goes a little bit deeper than that. I think D22 is basically saying these are distractions. I don't bother watching them. So what are we supposed to be paying attention to? It's our own spiritual self, our moral compass getting aligned. This stuff is still going, I'm pointing this way. This stuff is still supposed to go on because they still need to wake people up, right? And that's what this is. I believe this is all for. So I don't know if anybody's going to get anything out of this, to be honest with you. Maybe there's a lot of people out there that have never heard Trump speak. Maybe people are curious about what she is all about, so on and so forth. Law is basically saying, looks like that's a Canadian flag there, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think any more are waking up. I don't know. Uh, there's just so many things. If the ones that are awake are here, and it's multi-dimensional, um, spiritual. There's so many different levels to this for us. What healing are we providing? That's how I look at this stuff. This isn't just a coinkydink that we're here at this particular time to witness Trump go through all this and watch our government, learn about our government. It goes a lot deeper than that, right? So we're here to heal the ones before us and the ones to come. And we're also here to hold the energy for the light, that we have the light for us to make sure that this doesn't continue on. A lot of people say that what we are doing, has been 1,000 years of this bullshit. If you go way, 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 way back in Babylon times, right, where it all started, to possibly healing for 1,000 years. Isn't that a beautiful thing to think of it that way? And that's what I'm saying. DJ is saying, are most of the sleepers even real people? I don't know about that. I don't go there. A lot of people, I don't know, what are not even real people? Just give me a definition of that. Maybe I can work with that. I hate to kind of guess where you're coming from, and I can kind of feel the energy off of it, but yeah. And let's see here. What are your thoughts? Will there be an election? My thoughts are, there's going to be an election. I've been saying that from day one. Or maybe I haven't. I've been listening to a lot of other people saying there was not going to be an election. That this was all going to be taken care of, as D22 was saying earlier about the executive orders 848 and 318, I think it was. And I can go back and actually find that again. I think I might even have that up here, but those may be the reasons why you would not have an election. And D22 said she's not even an American citizen, so she can't go any further. She can't go any further than that. All right, so I got a couple subjects here, and I'm going to jump back to the one subject that I think Law was or DJ was saying. Okay, are most of the sleepers even real people? And I said, well, what do you mean by that? I don't want to speculate what the answer might be. And D22 jumped in and says, a person with no soul. Whoa. And yeah, we've covered that so many times. There are people out there that have sold their souls, and that's another way of saying it. They may have all come in with a soul, but with their souls actually given away to something a lot more evil. So that's the spiritual versus the evil. And I think that's what you're saying. So I've heard people talk like Gene Decode say things that I'm not going to, I don't know, I'm not going to tell you whether or not I believe it, but in the end, when you die, are you going back soulless, right? Is the soul belonging to something else, and is it still on this earth plane? Those type of things. That's something that I can even discuss with Gene when he comes on next month. It's 3 weeks away. If you guys have questions on that, if you think he's an expert on it, he goes a little bit deeper. Gene, I think, has taken a turn with his show, his channels. I think he's talking more spiritual. That's where I said, hey, Gene, I want you to come on. I don't want you giving any dates or anything like that. And he's not going to be on YouTube. I'll give you the link for it out on Rumble. Let's talk more spiritual, because we need to get back into that. We need to really find ourselves, pull our essences back into us and who we truly are, and understanding it, right? And then DJ is also saying goosebumps, soulless. Yes. Yeah, and there's different levels of this again, and that's how I'll explain it. There's like Hollywood, the things that you guys heard is the worst case scenario. Then there's the corporate ones who sell their soul. There are the ones who only that chase the dollar, if you will. They think that money will bring them happiness, and there's just so many different levels of this. So that just means there's essences of themselves that are fragmented, right? And will they call themselves back before it's time to leave their body? Those are the type of things I think that are more important to people right now. And let's see here. D22 is saying, when you transition your body, your vessel expires, but your spirit will be here forever. When you transition your body, your vessel expires, and your spirit will be here forever. Now, I've also heard things that were contradicting. A lot of people don't believe. If you talk about like reincarnation here, if I have to be very careful what I'm saying here. A lot of people think that their souls are trapped here. A lot of people think that they can't get out. I'm not saying that I believe that. I'm just saying I've had enough people on my show to talk about various things and what their beliefs are. My question to you is, what are your beliefs? What down deep inside in your heart, when you have conversations with your higher self, your creator, God, whatever you want to call label it, what are those conversations that you're having and what are your beliefs around it? And that's your truth. That's your God's truth. So there you go. I do believe, I'm going to go back to this one here where Don Tazy is basically saying it's a person with no soul. I've never run across them, and I'm grateful that I have not run across that. I pray every day that I don't run across that, because that cannot be a very good vibration or feeling for me. I just pray that I stay protected with who I am. And I basically did a show a couple days ago about, I think the word is add some, right? And I want to find that picture, who we walk with, right? Every single day, who is around us. And you guys have to realize that you're not alone. And that's the key here. We're not alone. And if you think that you're here fighting this battle all by yourself, that's when you have to, basically take some time out and realize and ask, who are you with? Who are your ancestors? Who are your guides? Who are, if you call them angels, whatever the label is that you give them, what about your ancestors, right? Those type of things. I'm looking for my one picture of the ad, some that showed it so beautifully, where this lady's sitting in a chair, she's reading a book, and in the book, in that moment that she's sitting there being peaceful and quiet, she can feel these entities around her, whether it's ancestral entities, her spirit guides, or what have you. They're waiting on bated breath to see if she needs guidance at that particular moment. And that's what we need to be doing, is being really calm, cool, and collective. I can't find my picture right now. I'm going through all my Akashic cards at this moment here, and just want to see, because I know I had it out. And it's a beautiful visualization, is what I'm trying to say for you guys. And there's always beautiful visualizations. What are your commitments, right? What are your commitments to yourself, to your family? What are you committing to at this time in your life? And that's where I'm kind of going with this. I'm going to stop sharing that other stuff and come back to you guys. Yes, thank you, Don Tazy, for all your wisdom and your beliefs that you bring into this channel here. I always appreciate him, and I'm always asking him to come on, and I'll ask all of you guys to come on to my channel if you have a very strong feeling about your own spirituality. Please come join me. And let's see here. Reincarnation is real. I live many, many, many lives. I know you have, Colleen. I know you're an old soul. I can pick up on that anytime. Let's see what else we have here. Here it is. Here it is. Visualize this when you're sitting by yourself, and whether you're reading a book or watching TV. This is the word, and I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. Odsum. Odsum. Some people might say adsum, but it's odsum, right? And basically, it is, who's with you? Who is with you? All right, and that's what I have for you. That was in the end of the deck there. All right, so let's see here. DJ's got another statement. Love raises our frequency and higher dimension can be achieved. Low frequencies can't exist. So that's where I think the divide will soon be. And that's probably what we're seeing over here today is, when we sit there and we say this is just a distraction, it is somewhat of a distraction, but it's also a awareness of waking up to your truth, right? And we really have to see it. So we got to kind of put on a different lens, if you will, of information when we see something. What are we really seeing? The age of Pisces was all illusions, right? It was all the Hollywood stuff. Now we're seeing things. We're reading between the lines. We have what I call like our Superman glasses on. We have to, especially at this time. We have to become much stronger. What else do we have out there? DJ has got another one. Higher timelines, love, health, peace, beautiful new Gaia. It's love is the highest vibration, and joy and love together. You could be Getty, you could be, whatever it might be. You stay at that high vibration, and no harm will come to you. Gene Decode is a military man with years of researching. Yes, definitely. And I've had Gene on with me for 5 years. And he was, he was. Let me tell you, like. Me and Gene hadn't talked since our last show, and he was so excited. He goes, of course, let's do a show. Let's do this on spirituality." And I appreciate him for his knowledge and his storytelling, the way that he presents himself. I just don't want to be hearing any timelines. I don't want to be hearing any dates being thrown out there, because those don't stick. They don't stick at all, and they never have. I have lives or lived over 80,000 lifetimes. Wow. And so what I'm getting on that one there is very short lifetimes. How do you come up with that number? I read Akashic records, but they only give me like a window of records. So this is like, whoa, opening up your whole damn library, right? Okay, so yeah, so thank you guys all for being here. I appreciate it. I can see people are jumping off now, and I appreciate it. Please come and join me. I think it's tomorrow night is the next trivia. You're going to win some really cool stuff. On Friday, I have Brad Olson. Saturday is Saturday Night Live. Good stuff going to be given away on that show with our buckshot. And then the following week, I've got more really good stuff coming up for you guys. So stay with me, and I appreciate you guys being here. I love each and every one of you. I feel like I know you, but I don't know you. But continue to share this channel, if you will, and write to me if you need to want to come onto my channel. Here is the email address. I would love to have you on. You don't have to put the camera on. If I'll have conversation with you, and if you've been on my channel, people will know who you are. Anyways, let's see what else I have here. Yeah, thank you, Law. Thank you so much, DJ. Thank you. You are a beautiful soul. D22 is a beautiful soul. Colleen, of course, and Mary J. Jean. Thank you all, and we'll see you real soon. And now we turn the page.